Imagine walking along a wall so long you can't see where it ends, your cheeks stinging with cold wind, your legs burning in that delicious, alive way, and your heart whispering, "Keep going."
Imagine me beside you pretending I'm brave while my calves scream, "Who builds a staircase across mountains?" And my mouth answers, "People who were very serious about borders."
Welcome back to the English podcast for listening and speaking, friends, and welcome to the Great Wall of China, a dragon of stone that makes even loud people go quiet.
If you're with us on YouTube, please like, share, and comment because your clicks are tiny torches on this ridge. Everyone makes the path brighter for other learners.
Today we're mixing facts with feelings because this place isn't just long, it's the longest. And that superlative hits the body first. Breathless, awestruck, a little dizzy, wildly curious.
We'll travel with playful skepticism and honest wonder. I'll bring the sarcastic map, you bring the poetic snacks, and together we serve a balanced hike.
I want to start with a heartbeat sentence you can taste. The Great Wall is the longest wall ever built.
And here's its calm twin. It served as a military defense, and it still serves as a symbol of endurance.
Listen to that verb, serve, because it carries muscle and meaning in one backpack. It serves soldiers with safety. It serves travelers with perspective. It serves all of us with humility.
Repeat after me, so your tongue learns the rhythm. It served as a line of defense.
IT serves as a cultural symbol.
It serves my sense of awe, even when my legs complain.
Mine too, and those legs felt very alive the first time I climbed a steep stretch. I went quiet, then giddy, then grateful because the view was so much. Blue sky, brown hills, silver air, and this impossible ribbon of stone.
I felt stubborn joy and mild panic, which is my favorite combo. Joy because the horizon looked endless. Panic because the stairs looked endlesser.
That's the magic of superlatives. They show up when your emotions spike. The highest wind you've tasted, the steepest steps you've climbed, the most beautiful silence you've heard.
Superlatives are story shortcuts. They pull your listener to the peak instantly, like a cable car for feelings.
Quick practice to warm the voice. Say it with me. The longest, the highest, the steepest, the most famous.
Now turn it into something true. The Great Wall is the longest wall I have ever seen, and maybe the most beautiful.
I feel that because beauty here isn't polished, it's rugged, stubborn, patient. Like the kind of friend who tells you the truth and hands you water.
Let's slip in a few defense words like footsteps so they arrive naturally later. Picture a guard tower like a stone lighthouse, calm and alert.
The rampart is the wall's shoulder, the safe path where a patrol moves with steady, focused steps, listening for trouble and hoping for peace.
And somewhere far beyond the ridge, an invasion is a rumor on the wind. The kind of rumor that makes a captain tighten a glove and murmur, "Hold."
That single word, hold, feels like the wall's personality, protective, patient, determined.
You can hear how vocabulary turns cinematic when you anchor it to human feeling. No lists, just little movies in your mouth.
Speaking of movies, I have a memory that still glows. Dusk rolled over the hills, a pale ribbon of smoke lifted from a tower, and for one fierce second, I felt connected to everyone who ever waited for a signal.
My memory is less poetic and more honest. I reached a landing, pretended I wasn't gasping, and then laughed out loud because the view felt ridiculous in the best, biggest way.
Ridiculous and beautiful often share a bench. The wall made me proud and small at the same time, and that strange mix is addictive.
Here's a tiny grammar doorway with 0 formulas. When you want to say what something does in the world, reach for serve.
Try these out loud. It served as a warning line.
It served traders and tax officers at the gates.
It serves hikers with courage and calm.
Notice how your chest lifts when you say them. Purpose feels good to speak.
Audience moment, because we want your voice in this journey. Have you ever visited a landmark that left you speechless? And what emotion hit you first? Awe, joy, fear, pride, peace.
Put it in the comments and sneak a superlative into your sentence. The coldest sunrise, the loudest waterfall, the most peaceful library, whatever is honest.
I'll go first. The wall gave me the deepest sense of time I've ever felt, like the earth stood up and said, "Welcome, little human."
Mine, the wall gave me the sharpest appetite I've ever earned, and the best excuse to eat heroic noodles afterward.
You deserve them because every step feels like a tiny vow. Keep going, be brave, look far.
Let's paint one more living scene, so future vocabulary has somewhere to sit. Pre-dawn chill, frost on brick, a patrol's breath puffing like ghosts, and the guard tower holding its warm, stubborn light.
A runner arrives with news. A brazier flares and a chain of flame leaps, tower to tower, alert served faster than horses.
That's history without numbers, and we'll bring the numbers soon. But first, we anchor the feelings so the facts have roots.
Speaking of roots, the wall grows out of ridgelines and cliffs. The mountains look tough, and the architects said, "Perfect, let's listen."
That's why the path feels logical and dramatic at once. Nature served strategy, and strategy served survival.
I keep thinking about the first time a builder placed a brick up here. Nervous, proud, determined, and how that tiny act became a continent-length sentence.
And we read that sentence with our shoes. Every step is a syllable, every tower is a comma, and the whole thing says we tried to hold the line.
Quick chant to anchor superlatives in muscle memory. Repeat after me. The longest, the highest, the steepest, the most famous.
And a serve trio to go with it. It served soldiers. It served messengers. It serves dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, and the wall makes my courage louder. The wind tastes like possibility.
I'm a skeptic with soft knees, and even I get sentimental up there. The silence tastes like respect.
Before we move on, a gentle nudge for the community. Please like, share, and comment if this conversation already made your imagination climb a little higher.
And answer this in the thread because we read every word. If you could drop yourself onto the wall right now, would you choose the highest peak, the quietest wild stretch, or the most famous steps, and why?
I'd choose the highest because I love that breathless, fearless feeling at the edge of a big sky.
I'd choose the quietest because my best thoughts show up when the world goes soft around the edges.
We've opened the door with awe and rhythm. Now we'll walk into time, names, eras, choices, and the way purpose turned into architecture.
Bring your curiosity, your calm, and your favorite emotion word, because history always arrives with feelings. Let's give this long spine of stone a beating heart because history serves meaning and the Great Wall's story starts as fear, hope, and strategy braided together.
The earliest walls were scattered ribs, not a single body. Frontier states built local defenses, and people felt a mix of anxiety and pride as borders shifted like restless weather.
Then the map snapped into a new shape when states were unified under the Qin dynasty. Older sections were linked, gaps were closed, and a northern line took form that served as a warning to riders on the steppe.
I picture the first emperor bent over a map with cold determination, the room tense and electric, while an advisor whispered, "Hold the passes or everything unravels."
After Qin, the Han dynasty pushed west along trade routes. Corridors were secured, beacon lines were extended, and the wall served caravans and garrisons as much as it served spears and shields.
You can almost hear the clink of coins and the hush of camel bells at dawn. The wall served tax and trust at the same time, money for the state, safety for the road.
Centuries turned, borders breathed, and dynasties rose and fell. Some periods fortified, others neglected. But the idea remained stubborn. A frontier could be shaped, and that shape could serve strategy.
Then a hard drumbeat. Later, the Ming dynasty faced fierce pressure from the north. Fear sharpened into action, and long stretches were rebuilt in brick and stone. That's the version most travelers walk today, and it feels both beautiful and uncompromising.
When the Ming rebuilt, passes like Jiaiguan in the west and Shanhaiguan in the east were tightened like buckles. Towers were raised, ramparts thickened, gates reinforced, and the network served like a nervous system, fast, responsive, alert.
I get goosebumps picturing a signal tower at dusk. A brazier flared, a reply answered, and suddenly an entire ridge felt awake, like the land itself had eyes.
That's purpose in motion. In simple English, the wall served as a military defense, yes, but it also served administration, taxation, communication, and psychology.
Psychology? I love that, because a wall can say we are here and we are watching, and sometimes that sentence alone reduces panic and buys peace.
Exactly. A wall doesn't stop every invasion, but it slows attackers, channels them toward gates, and serves commanders with time. Time to move soldiers, to plan, to breathe.
Let's give our listeners the verb that carries all of this. Repeat after me, so your voice learns its weight. It served as a line of defense.
IT served as a warning system.
It served trade and control at the gates.
IT still serves as a symbol of endurance.
That last one makes my chest warm. Symbols matter because they feed courage, and courage becomes calmer choices.
Past simple keeps the timeline steady while we talk feelings. Towers burned, drums rolled, orders spread, repairs followed, cause and effect with dust on its boots.
And between those events, quieter truths lived. Families waited, seasons changed, bricks cracked and were replaced, and maintenance served silence.
Take one small scene. Late autumn in a Ming outpost, frost on the rampart. A patrol returning with red faces and numb fingers. The captain reading by lamplight while a clerk rubs ink warm with his palm.
Down at the pass, a tax officer counted sacks of salt and bolts of silk with tired patience. The wall served the treasury as much as it served the sword.
Up on a ridge, a corvée team reset a loose brick, joked to keep the cold away, and the day ended with the simple satisfaction of work done. Defense sometimes felt like caretaking.
That tenderness surprises me. We imagine battle and fear, but we forget the steady comfort of routine. Soup steaming in a tower room, boots drying by a brazier, the hush of night when nothing happens and relief serves everyone.
Here's a clear, copyable pair for your English toolkit. It was rebuilt during the Ming Dynasty. It served as a strategic barrier against northern threats.
Try this one out loud with me. It was extended to protect a mountain pass. It served to control trade and travel.
Nicely done. Feel how the wall gains a job each time you use served. Your sentence gives it purpose, not just size.
I want to hold the emotional cost for a second. Laborers hauled, artisans carved, soldiers froze and healed and laughed. The wall served security, but it also served sacrifice, and that mix makes me tender and proud at once.
It's honest to say the wall was expensive in money, in time, in human effort, but it returned value as stability, as a message network, as a controlled border rather than a chaotic edge.
So in the language of feelings and facts, the wall served fear with a plan, served hope with a horizon, and served identity with a shape you could point to.
Audience checkpoint. What do you think is more powerful for a country? A symbol of strength or a physical defense? Tell us why, and use one past simple verb if you can.
And tell us your emotion with it. Does a symbol make you feel proud, or does a strong defense make you feel safe? Maybe both. Maybe it depends on the day.
Another quick practice round so the rhythm stays in your mouth. Repeat after me. It was built in different eras. It served different needs. It still serves different hearts.
And this one, it was repaired after attacks. It served as a warning. It serves as a reminder.
Speaking of reminders, geography helped. Ridgelines were crowned, cliffs were chosen, rivers were bent into moats, nature served architecture, and architecture served policy.
That partnership makes me happy. The mountain says, I'm strong, and the wall answers, me too. Let's stand together.
Names matter in memory, so let them sit on your tongue without turning into a list. Kin connected. Han extended, and Ming rebuilt monumental stretches. 3 moods of the same idea, each serving its moment.
And beyond those names were people with everyday feelings, boredom on quiet nights, fear on loud ones, pride when a section was finished, and homesickness every time the wind sounded like a voice.
The wall's purpose changed across centuries. It served war, then it served governance, then it served story. Now it serves tourism, research, and identity, which is a softer kind of power but still real.
That evolution makes it feel alive. The wall that once served an emperor now serves a child with a postcard and a dream, and both feel important.
Okay, yield last clean pair for the notebook you pretend you're not keeping. It was commissioned by rulers with big fears. It served generals with big maps.
And one more for your courage. It was walked by tired feet. It serves fresh courage to tired hearts.
If you're feeling that mix of AWE and calm, toss a like and a share so this episode reaches another learner who needs a steady story today.
And answer this second question for our comment circle. If you stood on a watchtower at sunset, what would you want the wall to serve for you? Adventure, peace, pride, perspective.
History and purpose. In one steady breath, it was built, rebuilt, and remembered. It served defense, governance, and meaning.
And that meaning keeps glowing, like a coal under ash, ready to warm the next traveler who arrives breathless and grateful.
Time to roll up our sleeves and feel the work. How a line of stone and earth grew into a spine across a continent, and how that scale still makes my brain go, whoa.
My heart goes whoa, too, because every brick feels like a heartbeat. The wall looks quiet, but the construction story is loud with courage, sweat, and stubborn hope.
Let's start with the big picture and then zoom into the hands. In different eras, different materials were used, and the terrain decided the recipe. Mountains served stone, plains served earth, deserts served brick.
That logic makes me happy. The land and the builders cooperated like old friends, and the word fortification suddenly feels gentle and fierce at the same time.
On rocky ridges, stone was stacked and locked. On open ground, rammed earth was packed in layers until it was tough as resolve. Later, brick and tile stitched long stretches together and served cleaner edges for ramparts.
I can almost hear the rhythm, shovel, tamp, lift, set, like a drumline of determination. And somewhere a foreman's voice kept everyone moving even when the wind got mean.
Craft lived in the details. That's masonry. The art of making stone behave. And it served the wall with tight joints, clever drains, and steps that looked like they were designed by a poet who hated breath.
I adore that image. A poet who hated breath. Those steep flights are beautiful and rude, and my legs felt betrayed and proud at the same time.
Guards needed sight lines, so guard towers were placed where a hill could speak to the next hill. The bays between towers varied with terrain and threat. A geometry of vigilance that served both speed and safety.
Picture a sunrise check-in. 2 towers blink at each other across a valley. The rampart wakes up under boots, and everyone feels less alone because the line is live.
Scales and measurements can sound dry until your lungs meet the stairs. The wall is long, really, really long. And the total across dynasties sprawled like a rumor that never stopped growing.
That rumor feels true when you stand there and the path keeps going and going and going. Your brain whispers, "This is the longest thing I've ever stood on."
That's a perfect superlative moment, so let's practice right inside the story. Repeat after me. The longest, the widest, the highest, the steepest, the most endless.
Now make it a sentence you can keep. The Great Wall is the longest wall I have ever seen, and sometimes it feels the most endless.
Superlatives are emotional measuring tapes. They let your mouth match your feelings, which is why they show up whenever awe walks into the room.
And awe walks fast along this ridge. Even the bricks feel thoughtful, like each one whispered, yes, when someone asked, can you hold?
Let's get practical for a minute. Materials were hauled by hand, cart, camel, and riverboat. Lime was burned for mortar. Timber frames guided layers of earth. Scaffolds rose and fell like temporary forests.
And people fed those forests with effort. Laborers sweated through summer and shivered through winter, sharing jokes and curses and little victories. Courage served in cups.
You can feel the human math. Thousands of hands making thousands of small decisions, each one easy to ignore, together impossible to miss.
That's the secret behind every greatest project I've ever seen. The grand scale is built from small kindness to the task in front of you.
Tower rooms were not just lookout nests. They served storage, shelter, kitchens, and signal fires. Some held water jars and grain. Some sheltered messengers who needed a nap more than glory.
I love the domestic sound of that. Pots rattling, soup bubbling, a tired laugh after a long patrol. It turns a fortification back into a human house.
The top surface, the rampart, worked like a road. Horses could move, carts could roll, a drum could announce orders. The parapet served cover, the crenels served arrows, and the merlins served courage.
I'm grinning because served keeps doing heavy lifting while sounding calm. It served protection, it served momentum, it served breath.
If you want to flex superlatives with punch, here's a quick stair set for your tongue. Repeat after me. This is the steepest stair I've ever climbed.
This is the wildest horizon I've ever seen.
This is the hardest work my legs have ever loved.
That last one is painfully accurate and strangely romantic. Effort tastes sweeter when the view says thank you.
People sometimes imagine a single uniform wall, but in truth it's a system. Ridges crowned, passes gated, deserts dotted with towers, different materials, different styles. One purpose that served coordination.
That variety is why every photo feels new. One section is jagged and dramatic, another is gentle and grassy, another is ruined and tender, like memory showing its bones.
The masonry itself taught lessons about weather. Drains were tucked into steps, caps were angled to shed rain, bricks were fired for strength. Maintenance served quietly in 1,000 little slopes.
And when maintenance stopped, the wall softened, plants stitched into cracks, bricks slid, and the silence grew heavier, the way old places do when they wait too long.
Even ruin sections serve the story. They say, we were needed, we were used, we still mean something, and that is the kind of sentence that makes history feel honest.
I want to drop a shareable line because my chest is sparkly. The Great Wall is the longest thank you note ever written to time.
And my dry response with a grin, and the longest leg day ever programmed by history.
Speaking of legs, can we measure width with feelings? Sometimes the top is wide enough for horses to pass. Sometimes it narrows to a nervous dance. Either way, the rampart serves balance and bravery.
And the stairs are famously irregular. Some steps are shallow, some are tall, and your stride keeps negotiating with your pride, which serves as an excellent metaphor for adulthood.
The higher you climb, the more the guard towers look like punctuation. Commas, periods, exclamation points, telling you when to pause, when to breathe, when to celebrate.
I love that. Towers as grammar for the landscape, and the wall as a paragraph where superlatives are the headlines.
Let's invite the audience into this paragraph. What's the greatest structure you've ever seen with your own eyes, and what emotion punched you first? Awe, pride, fear, peace.
Put it in the comments and sneak a superlative into your answer. Tell us about the tallest building, the longest bridge, the most beautiful stadium, whatever made your heartbeat go loud.
And if you're on YouTube, please like, share, and comment, because your voice turns this episode into a little village of travelers catching the same sunrise.
Before we close the toolbox, one more spoken workshop on superlatives with useful travel lines. Repeat after me. This is the busiest gate I've ever crossed.
This is the quietest tower I've ever entered.
This is the most stubborn hill I've ever negotiated.
Gorgeous. You just practice grammar without staring at a rule, which is my favorite kind of learning.
Final construction snapshot for your mental album. Scaffolds creaked, baskets swung, lime hissed in the kiln, drums called crews to the rampart, and little by little a local fix became an epic line that served a country's edge.
And little by little, a climb becomes a story. Your breath returns, your grin grows, and you swear you hear the past say, "Welcome."
Next, we'll trade bricks for boots and step into daily life along the wall. Winter watches, signal fires, raids, repairs, boredom, bravery, the whole messy, moving orchestra.
Bring your curiosity and your courage, because the human heartbeat is my favorite measurement, and it is loud up here.
Time to trade blue skies for boot prints and talk about the loud parts of history. Battles, sieges, alarms, and the quiet parts too, like soup steaming in a tower and a patrol telling jokes to stay awake.
My heart is already pounding. The wall didn't just sit there looking gorgeous, it worked, and some nights it worked hard.
If you're with us on YouTube, please like, share, and comment, because your clicks are tiny drums that call this garrison of learners to the rampart.
I love the word garrison because it feels sturdy. It means a group of soldiers stationed at a fort or guard tower, the people who turn stone into safety.
And those people patrolled, signaled, repaired, negotiated, and yes, sometimes panicked. Past simple tells it clean. Soldiers marched, scouts watched, horns sounded, gates closed.
And sometimes the passive fits the mood. The wall was attacked, the pass was defended, the torches were lit, like the landscape itself is speaking.
Picture a winter watch, snow pressed into the joints, the rampart creaked under ice. A patrol moved slowly so nobody slipped into a surprise.
The captain tried to act calm, but his fingers were numb, and the wind was rude. Still, he whispered to the squad, "Hold," and the word felt like a blanket.
Signals were language with fire. One flame meant possible invaders. More flames meant more trouble. And drums translated urgency for anyone who couldn't see the ridge.
It was ancient Wi-Fi, and the password was, "Please don't panic." Honestly, that system served speed better than my phone on a crowded train.
During a siege, everything got specific. Water was rationed, arrows were counted. Morale was negotiated with jokes and hot soup. And the smallest repair suddenly mattered more than speeches.
I can smell it. The sharp tang of smoke and fear and onion. A kettle sang in a corner while someone tied a cracked sandal like it was a life decision.
Facts time for my fellow nerds. Siege engines rolled, ladders clacked, scouts argued about which ridgeline mattered, and the defenders used height, gravity, and geometry like old friends.
And hope, don't forget hope. It served breakfast every morning and said, "You've got this," even when the sky looked mean.
One of my favorite quiet truths is that boredom saved lives. Most nights, nothing happened, and that uneventful was beautiful.
But boredom can be dangerous, too. Minds wander, attention slips, and then, whoops, someone drops a torch and the captain invents the angriest stare in Asia.
Which is why routines existed. The rampart was walked, the lamps were checked, the brazier was cleaned. The watch schedule was repeated until even the pigeons knew the plan.
Give me a tiny drama, Brian. I'm craving footsteps.
Dusk, late autumn. A runner slides into the tower with frost on his hair. A breathless message. Raiders were spotted in the next valley. And the brazier answers with a clean, tall flame.
My chest actually jumped. I love how one spark can turn a ridge into a chorus, like the stones shout, "We see you."
And yet, not every alarm ended in battle. Sometimes invaders tested, measured, shrugged, and rode away because a guarded pass is a very loud, "No thank you."
So the wall served as a decision maker. It shouted, "Think again," and thinking again saved lives on both sides.
Daily life had small joys. Fresh boots, a letter from home, a warm bowl, a new joke about the captain's tragic haircut, and small griefs, like an empty stool at dinner.
I want to hold one kitchen moment. A cook stirred millet with sleepy pride, steam fogged the window slit, and for 5 minutes the fort felt like a safe, stubborn home.
Linguistically, that's the sweet spot. Past simple keeps the movie rolling, And defense vocabulary quietly teaches while your emotions do the heavy lifting.
Speaking of vocabulary, let's make a mini scene you can repeat. The patrol returned, the rampart felt heavy with snow, the guard tower breathed like a lantern.
Your turn, learners. Repeat after me. The wall was attacked in winter, but the pass was defended.
Again, with more voice. The signal was seen, the message was carried, the night was held.
Lovely. Notice how passive makes the wall the main character, and the verbs become footsteps around it.
Now a playful story beat because battle brains need giggles. A new recruit bragged he could sprint the staircase in one go, and 2 minutes later he met gravity and humility and the stone of shame.
We've all met the stone of shame. It's the one your knee tests when your ego forgets physics.
The squad teased him for a week and then secretly brought him extra soup, because team spirit is the warmest armor.
Practical detail for your inner engineer. Along many stretches, beacon towers sat within shouting distance of each other, which served redundancy. If one went dark, another still burned.
Redundancy is such a caring word. It says we expect trouble and we prepare to hug.
During repairs after storms or attacks, scaffolds were raised, cracks were packed with fresh mortar, parapets were reset, and the rampart was swept like a kitchen floor.
Maintenance is my love language. Care was served daily, and that's the kind of heroism we forget to celebrate because it looks like chores.
Here's a clean past simple pair you can borrow for your comments. Soldiers fought here. Messages ran like fire.
And the passive mirror for balance. The gate was closed. The tower was held.
Audience time, because your stories sharpen ours. If you were a guard on the wall for one night, what would you fear most? Silence, snow, or a sudden alarm? And why?
And what would you secretly look forward to? Sunrise, hot tea, a warm joke, a letter from home? Tell us in the comments and teach someone else a feeling word today.
Let's not pretend every defense worked. Raids succeeded sometimes. Ladders found a blind spot. A messenger stumbled. And a captain misread smoke in bad wind.
I appreciate that honesty. Courage isn't perfection, it's the decision to show up again and again and again. Courage served on repeat.
There were also truces, flags were waved, talks were held, tribute was negotiated, and the rampart became a balcony for diplomacy, which is my favorite kind of victory.
Mine too. The loudest piece is the one you feel in your bones when the brazier stays cold all night and the sky turns pink like a promise.
Quick humor interlude before we end up in tears. Somewhere a watch note probably said, "No more ladders, please," signed by everyone's back.
And another from the kitchen, soup was served. Please return bowls or face the cook's wrath, which is the only siege I fear.
Final practice round so your mouth keeps the music. Repeat after me. The wall was watched. The line was held.
Repeat after me. The patrol returned. The garrison exhaled.
Repeat after me. The siege ended. The silence felt like gold.
I'm teary and happy, which is my favorite combination. The human heartbeat up here is loud and somehow it's friendly.
If this section gave you goosebumps or giggles, please like, share, and comment, so the signal travels down the ridge to more learners.
And answer one last question because I'm curious. What do you think the wall serves most today? Memory, pride, peace, or perspective?
For me, it serves perspective. My problems look smaller when I stand where night watches once timed their breaths.
For me, it serves gratitude. Strangers long ago kept a light for each other, and that makes me want to keep a light too. My chest is full already because this part isn't about bricks, it's about heart. What the Great Wall means to people now, how it breathes into identity, and why it still makes us cry and grin at the same time.
Same. And if you're with us on YouTube, please like, share, and comment, because your clicks are tiny confetti cannons for this community, and I'm wearing my party heart today.
When I say the word heritage, I feel warmth in my ribs. It's the gentle voice that says, you belong to a story that started before you and will continue after you.
And when I say monument, I hear a drum. It's memory turned into matter. a promise poured into stone, the architectural version of "we meant it."
The wall is both heritage and monument, and that's why it still hums. It served emperors once, and now it serves families, hikers, photographers, school kids, and tired uncles who swear they are just resting.
It also serves identity. For many, it's a symbol of endurance and ingenuity, a line that says we can build big and think far, which is honestly the best slogan for a Tuesday.
And it serves wonder for the rest of us. We arrive stressed and leave taller on the inside, which is my favorite kind of magic trick.
Quick opinion practice because persuasion is useful and fun. Say this with me. In my opinion, the Great Wall serves as a reminder of human determination.
From my perspective, it also serves as a bridge between past and present.
I strongly believe it serves communities by carrying pride, hope, and tourist snacks.
Tourist snacks matter. A Bayo bun can heal a lot after the steepest stair you've ever met.
Heritage isn't always quiet. Festivals happen, photos are taken, hands trace stone, proposals are whispered, and somewhere a kid promises, "I'll bring my grandparents here."
That promise is my favorite. The wall serves family memory, and memory serves courage when life gets messy.
There's a softer power here, too. When a country points to a monument and says, "This is us," it's inviting the world to meet its story without shouting.
And when travelers show up respectfully, the gift flows both ways. Identity is shared, curiosity is fed, and prejudice takes a nap.
Let's tuck in vocabulary while it's warm. Heritage is the long story we inherit. Monument is that story made visible. Identity is the who we are feeling. And wonder is the spark in your eyes when your jaw forgets gravity.
I love how each word carries emotion. Heritage feels cozy, monument feels proud, identity feels personal, and wonder feels electric.
The wall also serves debate, which my sarcastic soul appreciates. Some argue monuments are just history, others say they still shape people today, and the truth probably nods in the middle while eating sunflower seeds.
Audience moment, because your voice matters here. Do you think monuments are just history, or do they still shape identity today? And what emotion do you feel first when you see a famous place? Pride, peace, awe, joy, curious panic?
Put it in the comments and try one opinion line we practiced. In my opinion, it serves. And then, let your heart fill in the blank.
I'll go first. In my opinion, the wall serves perspective. It makes my problems look smaller and my choices look bigger.
Mine. In my opinion, the wall serves humility. It gently tells me I'm not the main character of time, and I find that weirdly comforting.
Cultural meaning also lives in little rules. Signs ask for care, paths are protected, and rangers guard fragile sections because preservation serves the future.
I'm a fan of future people. They're adorable and judgmental, and I'd like them to say thank you for not sitting on the ancient parapet, Brian.
Restoration teams work patiently. Bricks are reset, drains are cleared, plants are moved kindly, and the wall looks less tired without losing its wrinkles.
Wrinkles are good. They serve honesty, the way a grandparent's hands tell 1,000 small stories without bragging.
The wall also serves creativity. Painters steal its horizons, choreographers borrow its lines, filmmakers use its rhythm, and poets owe it rent.
And influencers owe it sunscreen, water, and the courtesy not to dangle from towers. Sorry, that was my responsible dad voice.
Keep it. Responsibility is romantic to me when it protects beauty. Care is a love language.
Another gentle practice before my responsible dad voice schedules a safety workshop. Repeat after me. In my opinion, heritage serves community.
From my perspective, a monument serves memory and dignity.
I believe identity is served by shared stories, not just stats.
And wonder serves learning because awe opens the door and says, come in, stay curious, have tea.
Let's sprinkle some kidding energy because history smiles better with jokes. I once told a friend the wall is the longest team-building exercise in human resources history.
And I told mine it's the greatest cardio class with the prettiest view, and the instructor is the wind.
Tourism serves local economies too. guides, drivers, noodle shops, knitters selling warm hats your forehead will treasure at the coldest tower you've ever entered.
But tourism needs manners. Respect serves everyone, and a simple thank you, a careful step, a smile. Those are tiny repairs we can all perform.
If you've ever volunteered at a heritage site, you know the joy of small care. A path is cleared, a sign is retied, a visitor finds the right bus, and the day feels useful.
Useful is delicious. It tastes like, I help the story keep going.
A quick 2-sentence tribute you can copy into the comments. The Great Wall serves as a reminder that patience wins. In my opinion, it serves the world by teaching quiet strength.
And here's a tiny shareable spark for your phone wallpaper. Heritage isn't just what we keep, it's what keeps us.
My playful echo identity wasn't built in a day. It was served in thousands of small bricks and the occasional noodle.
Speaking of bricks, the wall also serves as a classroom. Teachers ask students to close their eyes and breathe like wind across stone, and suddenly grammar feels less like rules and more like music.
Music and muscle memory. Repeat after me to tie language to feeling. In my opinion, the wall serves as the strongest reminder to look far.
From my perspective, it serves as the kindest invitation to walk slowly.
I believe it serves as the bravest example of sharing a horizon.
You hear how your voice softens on those. Persuasion doesn't need a megaphone, it needs sincerity.
Audience encore because your answers teach others. What do you want your hometown monument, big or small, to serve for future kids? Hope, humor, pride, peace, or better snacks?
I vote for hope and snacks, because hope is easier to carry when you're not hungry.
Before we wrap, a gentle CTA. Please like, share, and comment if this section made you feel proud, calm, or hilariously out of breath on imaginary stairs.
And remember to tag a friend who needs a little wonder today. Let the wall serve them a sky-sized breath.
Cultural meaning, in one mouthful, heritage serves memory, monuments serve identity, wonder serves learning, and the wall keeps serving all three with steady grace.
That steady grace is why I keep falling in love with it. It doesn't shout, it simply stands and says, welcome, walk, listen.
Up next, we'll gather our grammar souvenirs and practice everything we've learned. Superlatives, the verb serve, and the defense words that now live rent-free in your head.
I'm ready for a grammar picnic on the rampart with laughter for dessert, because learning tastes better when we're happy.
We've climbed through history and feelings, so let's unroll a blanket on the rampart and have a grammar picnic. No formulas, just tasty lines you can actually say.
I brought curiosity and ridiculous enthusiasm, plus an imaginary thermos of tea, because learning serves better with comfort.
Today's menu is 3 courses: superlatives for big feelings, the verb serve for purpose, and our defense words walking around like friendly guards.
I love this because grammar gets shy when you stare, but it loves conversation. Talk to it and it says, hello, I'm useful.
First course, superlatives, the emotional mountaintops. They're how you say the longest, the highest, the steepest, the most beautiful when your jaw falls off at a view.
I'll throw a line and you tell me if my vibe is right. This is the wildest horizon I've ever breathed.
Your vibe is majestic, your verb is having an identity crisis. Try this is the wildest horizon I've ever seen.
Seen. Got it. I got excited and my grammar did a cartwheel.
It happens when the sky looks like a drum. Here's a good superlative rhythm. The longest climb, the steepest staircase, the most famous tower, the quietest morning.
Let's make it musical. Repeat after me. The longest, the highest, the steepest, the most beautiful.
Now put them into life. Repeat after me. This is the longest wall I've ever seen.
Repeat after me. This is the highest wind my cheeks have ever met.
Repeat after me. This is the steepest stair my pride has ever negotiated.
Repeat after me. This is the most beautiful silence I've ever heard.
That last one gave me goosebumps and a tiny panic about poetry. Moving on before I cry into my tea.
Second course, the verb serve, my favorite quiet superhero. It carries function and meaning in one backpack.
Exactly. When you tell the wall's story, you give it a job. It served as a military defense. It served as a warning system. It serves as a cultural symbol.
I'll try one. The guard tower served coffee.
Tempting, but historically inaccurate. Better. The guard tower served signals and shelter.
Fair. Caffeine was emotional, not architectural. One more. The rampart serves as a path for patrols and daydreams.
That's perfect. Purpose plus feeling equals memorable English.
Quick chant so the verb sticks. Repeat after me. It served defense. It served trade. It serves pride.
And a longer breath. Repeat after me. It served as a line of defense, and now it serves as a line of memory.
I feel taller after that sentence. It's like the words did stretches.
Third course, defense vocabulary that tastes like stone. Fortification, siege, guard tower, rampart, invasion, patrol, dynasty.
I'll fold them into a mini scene. A patrol returned at dawn. The rampart felt frozen, and the guard tower served quiet hope.
Chef's kiss. Now a past simple beat, with a little passive to make the wall the star. Drums rolled, signals burned, a pass was defended, and a raid was denied.
I love how passive makes the landscape speak. It sounds like the mountain is proud.
Let's play Upgrade My Line. You give me a flat sentence, I'll pump it with purpose or peak it with a superlative.
Okay, the wall is long.
The wall is the longest line of stone I've ever walked.
The tower was important.
The tower served as the bravest lantern on a black night.
Soldiers were tired.
Soldiers were the most stubborn people I've ever met, and patience served them.
That's delicious. My turn to upgrade yours if you dare.
Hit me gently.
The dynasty built walls.
Ow.
The dynasty served a bolder border, and the longest seams were stitched across mountains.
I feel seen and slightly roasted. Excellent work.
Audience time. Drop 2 lines in the comments. 1 sentence with served and 1 with a superlative. Make them honest and a little emotional.
Something like, my hometown bridge served as a meeting place, and it has the prettiest sunset I've ever seen.
Or, this class serves my courage, and these are the warmest goosebumps I've had all week.
Mini roleplay for defense words, I'll be the captain, you be the recruit with too much enthusiasm.
Captain, permission to declare this the highest staircase in the known universe.
Permission granted with eye roll. Now tell me what this fortification serves.
It serves protection, communication, and as of today, my cardio plan.
And what happens in a siege?
Water is rationed, signals are watched, hope gets louder, and jokes serve morale.
If you say jokes serve morale to a cook, you get extra soup. That's linguistic science.
Quick correction corner for friendly mistakes we all make when we're excited.
People sometimes say more long or most long. Your heart means well, but your mouth needs longer and longest.
And with serve, don't lock it to only military. It serves memory, it serves tourism, it serves community and calm.
Try this practice string. Repeat after me. The rampart serves as a road. The guard tower serves as a signal. The dynasty served a big plan.
And a superlative string. Repeat after me. The highest peak, the quietest tower, the most endless view.
Let's mix them for flavor. Repeat after me. This is the steepest stair I've ever climbed, and the railing serves my dignity.
Accurate dignity needs a handrail.
Now a tiny storytelling exercise you can copy later. Name a place, give it a job, crown it with a superlative.
Example, this watchtower serves hope, and it holds the widest sky I've ever known.
Example 2, this gate served trade, and it has the busiest footsteps I've ever heard.
If your lines feel a bit dramatic, good. The wall is dramatic. Your English can be too.
Last mini quiz, fun edition. I'll give bones, you add muscle.
Let's flex.
The wall served people today?
The wall serves people today as a monument of pride and perspective.
This climb, the thing I've ever done.
This climb is the hardest thing I've ever done and the most satisfying.
The patrol back night.
The patrol came back at night and the rampart exhaled.
That exhale is my favorite sound on earth that I've never actually heard.
Same, it feels like a hug from history.
2 closing chants to cement the tools into muscle memory. Repeat after me. It served defense. It served trade. It serves identity.
Repeat after me. The longest line, the highest ridge, the most beautiful quiet.
Audience challenge because your voice keeps this campfire warm. Write 1 served sentence about your week and 1 superlative sentence about a place you love.
And sprinkle a defense word if you can, like patrol or rampart. Even playfully, my coffee break served as a patrol for sanity.
That's hilariously accurate. My lunch served as a fortification against emails.
Mine served as a guard tower for my patience, and it waved a tiny flag.
If this workshop made your English feel braver, give the episode a like and share it with a friend who loves big views and better sentences.
My happy heart summary. Superlatives serve emotion. Serve gives purpose. And your words feel stronger when they carry both.
My calm head echo. Peaks name the feeling. Purpose names the job. And together they build the clearest stories.
I want to end with that shivery feeling I get on the rampart at sunrise, when the air is crisp and the world feels huge and kind.
And I want to end with language that fits in your pocket, the kind you can whisper to yourself on tired days and feel taller.
Then let me give you the line my heart keeps repeating like a drum. The Great Wall is not just the longest wall ever built. It is the greatest reminder that human effort can serve generations.
Say it again so it sticks to the ribs. The Great Wall is the longest, and it serves generations with courage.
I feel that in my bones because effort is love in motion, and this place is one very long love letter.
Here's my playful echo in pure, useful English. It served emperors, it served soldiers, and now it serves tourists, photographers, and English learners like you.
Listeners, try a repeat after me trio that tastes like tea and thunder, the longest line, the widest sky, the bravest heart.
And the purpose trio, it served defense, it served identity, and today it serves perspective.
I love how those lines feel warm but strong, like a hug wearing armor.
Before we hug the air, I want 1 micro lesson that doesn't feel like homework. When your feelings climb, your English reaches for superlatives, and that's okay. Let them climb.
So say it with your chest. This is the most beautiful quiet I've ever known.
Or this is the steepest lesson my legs have ever learned.
Or this is the highest hope my eyes have ever held.
See how the grammar flows when the feeling leads. No formulas, just breath and truth.
I want a small story to carry home. Imagine a tower at dusk, a kettle humming, 2 guards sharing the last orange, and a calm that tastes like relief.
And on the parapet, someone scratches a date in the mortar, not to brag, but to say, we were here, we served, we cared.
That tiny note lives in my chest whenever I study. I whisper, I was here. I served my future. I cared.
Speaking of serving the future, if you're on YouTube, please like, share, and comment, because your clicks are tiny signal fires that guide other learners to this ridge.
Share the line that moved you most, the one you'd give to a friend when their courage feels thin.
Here's a snack size set you can post anywhere. The longest wall, the shortest sentence. Keep going.
And this, human, hand-served stone. Now, stone serves human hearts.
I'll drop my favorite truth bomb with a wink. The wall is the world's most ambitious leg day and the most humbling history class.
Mine with a happy sigh. The wind up there serves confidence. It borrows your fear and pays you back in courage.
Let's do one last call and response to pack your backpack with phrases you can use tomorrow.
Repeat after me. It served as a line of defense.
Repeat after me. It serves as a symbol of endurance.
Repeat after me, it is the longest wall I've ever seen.
Repeat after me. It holds the most beautiful view I've ever breathed, seen.
Thank you for correcting yourself out loud. That's real learning. Messy, honest, funny.
Speaking of honest, here's my slightly sappy teacher line. Progress serves patience. Patience serves progress. They take turns and they're both on your side.
Ooh, that landed. I'm saving it in my brain's favorite pocket.
Let's weave a last mini-scene using our defense words so they stay friendly. A patrol returned, the rampart felt steady. The guard tower breathed like a lantern, and the invasion rumor dissolved into a quiet joke.
That's daily life as poetry. The fortification served safety, and safety served laughter, because laughter is brave.
If you learned even one new phrase today, tell us in the comments and teach it forward to someone else. Teaching serves memory like nothing else.
And tell us your hard answer to this. What will your words serve this week? Hope, friendship, clarity, peace, playfulness.
My answer is playful clarity, which is just a fancy way to say jokes with facts.
Mine is steady hope, the kind that shows up on time with warm tea.
Before we send you off, I want to frame the viral line we promised in 2 voices so it travels well.
The Great Wall is not just the longest wall ever built. It is the greatest reminder that human effort can serve generations.
It served emperors and soldiers. Now it serves dreamers, hikers, and learners, including you.
If that resonates, screenshot your podcast app, post the quote, and tag a friend who needs a horizon today.
And tag that friend who thinks grammar is scary. Show them it can be funny, useful, and a little dramatic in the best way.
I'm feeling grateful, like the kind of grateful that makes your shoulders drop and your smile stick.
Same, and I'm also hungry, which is my body's way of saying that was the most emotional cardio.
Final quick practice to seal everything in. Repeat. After me, the longest line, the kindest view, the strongest quiet.
Repeat after me. It served defense. It serves meaning. It will serve memory.
Repeat after me. I keep going, I keep learning, I keep building.
Now the closing promise we love, fitted to today's climb. Your English is your great wall, built brick by brick, word by word.
When it feels endless, remember the secret of every superlative. You don't reach the highest in one leap. You arrive one step, one breath, one kind sentence at a time.
And if you slip, welcome to the club. The Rampart has a railing called community, and it serves balance when pride gets wobbly.
So lean on us, lean on your friends, lean on that stubborn hope that refuses to quit. It's warmer than it looks.
Last gentle nudge, like, share, and comment. If this journey gave you a clearer voice or a bigger horizon, your support keeps this signal fire bright.
And tell us which line you'll carry into your week, because words love tasks, and tasks make words grow muscles.
I'm Brian, grateful, amused, and slightly winded in the best way possible.
I'm Emily, calm, inspired, and wildly proud of every step you took with us.
The view is still there whenever you need it. Just close your eyes and hear the wind on the stones.
And hear your own voice too, steady and brave. The wall serves memory. Let your English serve your dreams.